I'm driving home from one of my first days in my new sales job in this new city that I just moved to where I know absolutely no one. And my girlfriend broke up with me the day before. So I'm in a lot of pain right now. And I'm thinking, man, I could really just use some social support. Let me call my friend. So as I'm pulling up into my driveway, I take out my phone to call one of my best friends. I go to Snapchat, where I usually call him, and I see his name on my phone, and there's a little X right next to it. And I'm like, damn, well, that's weird. And then I try and call him, and I realize I can't even tap on his contact. And then it hits me, oh shit, he blocked me. I'm like, oh, that's weird. It must be some mistake. So I swipe out of Snapchat, go down to my text. I start typing out a text message to send him, hey bro, Snapchat's being weird right now. Are we all good? And I send it. And I hit with that little red exclamation point. It says, not delivered. And now I'm like, oh fuck, it's real. It wasn't a mistake. All these memories of us having so much fun together, being roommates and cracking each other up are contrasting with the fact that I can't even send him a message if I wanted to. And now my gut is really heavy with pain because not only did I just have a breakup, but I also just had a friend breakup. And the worst part is I didn't even know why. So I started questioning myself. I started questioning, damn, did I do something wrong? Am I just a bad person? And as I'm staring out my windshield in this unfamiliar neighborhood that I don't know, that I now live in, I have the realization that no matter how close you are, no matter how amazing of friends you think you have, things change. People change. You're not going to have the same friend groups for all of your life, and that's especially true for the ambitious like us who are constantly changing. I'm feeling more alone than ever right now, and I realize, fuck, it's on me. If I'm about to live this next phase of my life lonely as hell or connected as fuck, both of these situations are on me. And even though I'm feeling broken and alone in this moment, 30 days later, I'm partying with a new friend group that I made from scratch. Everything you think you know about friendships is wrong. The standard advice is a lie. And that's what put me in this heartbreaking situation in the first place. Everything you know about friendships, you have to forget it. Because I'm about to tell you how to build a killer friend group in 2025, even if you're starting from nothing. If you're new here, my name is Luke Grenoble. I help you go from cooked to charismatic as fuck through authentic masculinity. And this isn't just a YouTube channel, this is a gang. So if you are serious about creating your new social life from scratch, hit subscribe right now. And let's start with some truth, bro. Social connection is dying. But it doesn't have to die in your life. It makes sense that you haven't found your people yet, bro. Because in today's world, we have replaced connection with convenience. We shop online, we talk to our friends online. We form parasocial relationships just to fill the void of real ones. Social media usage is at an all-time high. 15% of men say they don't even have one close friend, meaning 1 out of 7 guys you see on the street has no one they can talk to. And it's because we'd rather listen to a podcast than say hi to our neighbor. It's no wonder we feel like no one gets us. And that feeling that you might get when it's at its worst, that feeling that maybe somehow you were just fundamentally unlovable, that fear is just that. It's just fear. And I've been saying this for years now, bro. The only cure to fear is action. I'm sitting in my car looking at this failed to send message, and I realized that I've been holding on to a relationship that was dying. Friendships that were dying. And it's because I was scared. I was too invested. I was too afraid to let go. Because what if I was unlovable? What if a shit relationship and half-assed friendships were the best that I could do? I realize now that I've been waiting for the perfect relationships to fall into my lap all of my life. And in this new place where I know absolutely no one, I can't do that anymore. You cannot wait for the right relationships to just come to you. You have to create them. And I'm tired of all the nerdy ass tips and tricks. The 80-20 rule, the perfect eye contact amount, the perfect way to slap her ass so that she falls in love with you. I've tried all the social hacks. They don't work, bro. It's just clickbait the big YouTubers use to hook our monkey brains that want the top 7 hacks to get laid in 7 hours. The only way that I started making real progress is just by taking the assumption that I am already social and likable and acting on it. I'm not going to bullshit you. You are not lacking tactics. So if you want the eye contact hacks, go somewhere else. But the thing that's actually stopping you is fear. I see soft motherfuckers in my comments, and sometimes even clients who are saying things like, I can't be more social. My coworkers already know me. So change. I can't do it because I don't want to ruin my reputation, seeming weird and needy. So don't be weird or needy. I can't make the best friend group of my life because I might get rejected. Now we're on to something, bro. The fear of rejection, the fear of other people's opinions. That's what's really stopping you. So let's put a name on it. Because usually in any situation, it's just one or two people's opinions. So who is it, bro? Is it Jen? You're really gonna live an average life and not have a slam dunk social circle because of what fucking Jen thinks? Fuck no. Talk to the Chad coworker. Tell the joke that you think is funny to your classmate. Ask a stranger, what is the most exciting thing in your life right now? And you're going to be surprised at the conversations that you start having. And if you're thinking, make a whole friend group, I'm just trying to make one good friend. Stop small dicking yourself. If you're watching this type of content, you are ambitious. If you set the goal to make one good friend, you're gonna hit it. If you set the goal to make an amazing friend group out of a movie, you're going to hit it. My point is, you're going to make best friends in the process, so you might as well aim high. And there's something I haven't told you yet, bro. I didn't just make a friend group in 30 days when I moved to Atlanta. I've done it over and over again, and I did it these past 30 days. I went through this exact process that I'm about to show you. You can watch me do it right here if you want. There's 7 steps that I go through, and let me show you exactly how I do it and what the results were this time. Step 1 is life setup, because before you become this social ass motherfucker, you have to reprioritize. Because your goal isn't just to be more friendly, right? It's to completely change your social life in a short period of time. So to do that, you have to completely change your action. And before we change your outer world, we have to change your inner world. Meaning the first thing you have to do is get your shit together, specifically in 3 areas: health, your job, and your appearance. With health, make sure that you are taking care of your body. I'm not gonna lecture you on diet, just stop eating poo-poo food and go work out. Next, your job. If you don't like the work that you do every day, of course you're gonna feel like shit all the time, bro. That's most of the hours of your day you're committing to something that doesn't even matter to you. Find a job you actually care about. Lastly, your appearance. Start taking care of the way that you look. Start a skincare routine. Get a haircut. Buy new clothes. Because when you do, you start to show that you respect yourself. If you haven't been doing these things until now, it shows that you don't respect yourself. And if you don't, no one else is going to, because you don't deserve it yet. But the good news is, once you nail these 3 things, you're going to start to notice this natural magnetism towards you that you've never even felt before. You're gonna get hit with this feeling of, damn, it was that easy this whole time. So for me, I shut myself off pretty completely for about 6 months because of monk mode. I had no close relationships around me. So I thought about it, I journaled. I said, what is every way that I can shape my life to be more open socially? I could start more conversations with strangers at work. I could start doing some of my work in a coffee shop. I could start waking up later so that I can ultimately stay out later. Start thinking about these things. What are the ways that you can tailor your life to be more social? Because the point of this is, we're now taking steps to rebuild your life around social connection. Whenever you complete step 1, you unlock social ability. Step 2 is connect to your immediate community. Purposefully meet every single neighbor that you have. And we don't do this for no reason or just to be a nice guy. But when you introduce yourself to every person you live around, you form this sense of community. Because now people aren't in the faux category anymore. Whenever you meet another human being, you tend to put people into friend or foe category. Is this a friend or an enemy? And if they're neutral, if you don't really know, people tend to put them in the foe category just to be safe. But whenever you introduce yourself to everyone around you, you put every single person in the friend category just because you're a friendly enough guy. And when you do this, you start to notice so many more daily positive interactions with other people. So if you feel like everyone is always on their phone, or no one cares about you, or no one is social anymore, it's just because you have too many people in this faux category around you. Just introduce yourself and people are going to start giving you positive interactions on the daily. For me, I already knew my neighbors, but I hadn't really seen them in 6 months, so I just went up and reintroduced myself, basically. I caught up with them. I live around a bunch of old people, so I'm asking, like, how are you, dude? How are the kids? How are the grandbabies? The second thing that I did was I started going on walks. When you do this, it's a super easy way to meet all the people around you, get a bunch of positive interactions from other people. And on top of that, it's just good for your health and mentality. Lastly, I put community events in my calendar, meaning I just looked up, literally just go look up, bro, your city community events. Shit's gonna pop up. And these events, these places, are where the social outgoing people already are at. When I figured out there was a festival going on downtown in a few days, I just went. I went alone. And I ended up meeting a bunch of people from high school, a bunch of coworkers there, and I ended up meeting a girl that I started seeing casually after. A bonus in step 2 is increase your relationship with your parents. If you live with your mom or your dad, start purposefully putting time into your relationship. Maybe you can relate with this, but I was never super close with my dad growing up. So it took some balls, it took some fucking guts for me to go up and say, hey, do you want to go out to eat this day, just me and you? As soon as we did, and I had real conversations with him for the first time in years, it's like I almost humanized him. He wasn't just this figure in my life, he wasn't just this ominous father figure, but a real human being that I could now connect with and understand. And your relationship with your parents doesn't have to be perfect, but if you get it to this point where basically it's good enough, it's decent, you just get this emotional backbone of support that you carry with you into every other area of social life. When you finish step 2, your unlock is killing neediness through community. Step 3 is reconnect. Even before trying to make new friends, bro. As long as you aren't moving somewhere completely new, reconnect and reach out to the people you already know. There's old friends that you have. There's old contacts that you never got close with. Start sending them messages, because life changes and so do people. If you weren't able to get close with someone at one point, maybe you can now. For me, I hit up a girl that I used to go to school with who lives here. We hung out, got coffee. What do you know? I'm invited to a party a few days later. Your unlock from step 3 is getting your first easy social contacts. Step 4 is become a regular. I started going to the exact same coffee shop daily. What you do whenever you go to the same place every single day is you start to form relationships with people because you're taking advantage of the mere exposure effect, this psychological tendency that human beings have to value and think more positively about the things that give us neutral or positive interactions often. You don't even have to have positive interactions with people, bro. If they just see you on a daily basis, they're going to start to like you more. So start to become part of a micro community by going to a coffee shop or a thrift store or a bar or wherever it is you want daily. Specifically, meet the staff, because when you meet the staff, you just create this friendly atmosphere every time that you walk in. And eventually you're gonna start meeting the regulars too. You're gonna notice who comes in every single day. I noticed this one guy who came in all the time was always working on his laptop. I just asked, hey, what you working on? Turns out he's an entrepreneur, a sick guy, and now regularly we have half-an-hour conversations on philosophy just on a whim. That guy makes my day and genuinely is a great new friend. When you finish step 4, you unlock Thrive locations, places that you were in that feel like home. And by the way, bro, if you're thinking, I wouldn't even know what to say to these strangers, I got you. I wrote an ebook that makes it to where you never run out of things to say again. It's short and packed with lots of no BS tactics, so go grab it in the description right now. Step 5 is to find your people. So you can journal or just think deeply about what kind of people do I really want to meet? And then where do they hang out? For me, I journaled about it and I thought, I really like creative people. Where are creative people gonna be? Maybe open mic night. See this guy. Oh, you know what I'm doing tonight. Well, I've been around old Chinatown. Get involved in some specific interest that these people are also into. So when I started going to open mic night, I met tons of creative people. What's going on, bro? Hey, I like the stash. Reminds me of my stash. And I met one guy this specific night. What's up, dude? What's your name? Turner, I'm Luke. I just met some dude at open mic night. You probably saw him for a second. And he was just talking about how he was new in town and he'd never been to this specific bar. And I was like, oh, okay, I want to go right now. And he was like, yeah, fuck it, why not? And so we did, and we went to like 2 different bars. We went to karaoke night. But what happens whenever you just get involved outside with other people, bro, is you just naturally end up going to do fun shit. I just did karaoke. I just sang Tears for Fears, bro, in front of a bunch of strangers. I just talked to a girl that I'd never talked to before, and her 3 friends just walked up. I was like, hey, you guys look cool. What's up? And she seemed really cool. She was actually cute as fuck. And with this stranger that I knew nothing about, we started having amazing conversations. For another hour, we just went and flirted with girls and sang karaoke. It was fantastic, and it's because we already had so much in common because we were going to the same place, interested in the same things. When you complete step 5, you unlock best friend material people. Step 6 is chills and fixtures. Here you are starting to become the initiator because now you already have a sick life. You're going to open mic night, you're going to community events, you're doing Pilates, whatever it is for you. Now you can start to invite people into this sick life that you have, and you become the initiator in 2 ways, chills and fixtures. The very first, chills, is just inviting people into the things that you were already doing. For me, I started inviting people to come with me to study. I started going over to this guy that I met at the coffee shop, this regular. I started just going over to his house. We binge watched the Rocky series. I was going shopping for clothes, so I just invited a girl with me and made it a date. Just start inviting people to the things that you're doing already in everyday life, and you're going to get so close so fast. The second way to do this is through fixtures, which is basically just a recurring thing that you have going on over and over again where you meet the same people. So one thing that I do is I work out basically every day. I just started inviting my boy Booth to come with me. Now I have a workout buddy. And fixtures are the easiest way to set your social life to auto. You don't even have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about what's going on this week. You have Taco Tuesday with the boys. When you create chills and fixtures, you unlock deep friendships. Because now, not only are you just having these shallow hangouts, but you're seeing the same people again and again, and you're really getting to know them. Lastly, step 7 is events. Start creating and giving people the kind of opportunities to make amazing memories. Stop waiting for it to fall into your lap, bro. It doesn't. Start being the guy who says, hey, do you want to go swim in rapids? Hey, do you want to go through a party? I did both of these things with my boy Kellen that I just met at the coffee shop. I was just like, hey bro, I know I don't know you super well, but do you want to throw a party with me? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. So we did. I made these invites, sent them out, and I mixed old friend groups with really old friend groups with new friend groups. And I met a bunch of people. And not only was I social as fuck, not only did I have my phone blowing up from texts, not only did I feel so fucking fulfilled just by having so many people around me who care about me, but I also realized this is something I did in 30 days, bro. It doesn't take long to change absolutely everything. And events are one of the fastest ways to do this, one of the fastest ways to earn the respect and care of the people around you, because simply you are giving to them. Every time that you host an event, whether it's a party, whether it's a night out, whether it's going scuba diving, whatever you decide to do, whenever you plan it, whenever you make the decisions, whenever you start leading people, you show that you care about them and they're going to care about you back in return. Events are the fastest way to unlock social leadership. So if you hear these steps and you're already thinking, I'm just not charismatic enough, I've never done something like this before, I'm just too much of an introvert, you have to realize, bro, that they're all excuses just stemming from the fear of judgment. Recognize no one starts charismatic. It's not something that people are born with, and no tips or tricks are going to get you there. It's by taking action, getting feedback, and adjusting your behavior. So if you fail when you first try these steps, good. What did you learn? If you are committed to creating your dream friend group, where you have a group of men, brothers, who push you, who care deeply about you, and who are making memories with you that you are never going to forget, if you are serious about that, comment social celebrity down below right now. What we're going to do is use that comment thread as a journal. Come back and leave journal entries as you go through each one of these steps. And the gang is going to reply because we have your back. And as you start grabbing social life by the balls and showing your authenticity, you need to know that not everyone is going to like you. Because it's not your job to get everyone to like you. It's your job to find the right people. Realistically, whenever I was doing this, it looks kind of like 80% of people were pretty neutral with me. 10% of people actively disliked me because for some reasons our personalities just didn't match. And 10% of people fucking loved me. That last 10%, that 10% that is going to absolutely love you, that is who you are looking for. So go find them. If this video was helpful to you, leave a like or save this video to a playlist. You can come back to it over and over again as you go through each step and update your journal entry. And remember, bro, it's not just about being the life of the party. It's about creating the kind of life worth inviting people into. So act now and become unstoppable.